Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob with DVC Shop and thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to go over to one of the resorts. We're going to talk a little bit about Wilderness Lodge, more specifically about the transportation. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and let us know what you think about the transportation here at Wilderness Lodge. Have you had a chance to go on it yet? Or maybe you're trying to plan ahead, you have some questions? Put it in the comments below and let us know what you think. So this last February, we were able to stay at Wilderness Lodge on the Copper Creek side. And my goodness, what a beautiful resort. From the theming to the art to the everything about it, it is just gorgeous. I love this resort. However, one thing I will say that is kind of lacking is the transportation here. Disney transportation can be kind of its own nightmare, its own struggle in and of itself. So what do you do in a case where there's just not many options? Well, we're going to talk about those things. First things first, when it comes to Disney transportation at Wilderness Lodge or any resort for that matter, there's the buses. The buses are pretty reliable, not always, especially right now with COVID and the social distancing. You could be in line for a really long time and not even step foot on a bus. So that's one thing to note. The bus pickup is in between Boulder Ridge and the Wilderness Lodge lobby, and it's kind of down there. You just walk down there. It's pretty easily marked. You'll see it. And they have, just like every other bus stop, they have a section for each of the places you want to go, for the parks and maybe other destinations like Disney Springs and so on. So you have those clearly marked and you just wait in line there. Luckily, for the most part, we didn't have a problem getting on any of the buses, except for here at Wilderness Lodge. I don't know why. I don't know why this happened. It's just the circumstances, I guess. But we were going over to Hollywood Studios. We got in line and we waited. The sign said, 10 minutes. So yeah, that's not a big deal. We waited 10 minutes. We waited 15 minutes. We waited 30 minutes. We're like, what is going on here? We haven't seen a bus. And all the while, we're seeing multiple buses coming through for Magic Kingdom, for Epcot, for Animal Kingdom, and Disney Springs, but nothing for Hollywood Studios. We didn't know what was going on. It was about the 30-minute mark that we were like, okay, let's look at some Ubers. And that's the next thing I wanted to talk about, is the ride sharing. Ride sharing is probably one of the most overlooked modes of transportation when it comes to Disney World, probably because it costs you extra money, and that's fine. But in this case, this is the one time we're like, we have no idea when the buses are coming. At this point, the transportation, it was just breaking down. So I pulled up an Uber, I had an Uber out, and before a bus even showed up, we were on an Uber. Now, if you're traveling with young ones, keep in mind the car seat's something you need to look at. When it comes to Ubering, it does cost a little bit more to guarantee that your driver actually brings a booster seat or a car seat or anything like that. It does cost a little extra, so just keep that in mind. Or some people like to gamble it and just type in, request the soonest Uber that'll accommodate your group size. And sometimes they have those car seats, sometimes they don't. For me, we were already late. I didn't want to risk it, so I went ahead and paid a little extra to get those car seats added on. Come to find out, we get there and we see the people. We're now checking in and we look behind us and we see the people that were in the front of the line, they were getting there after us. And there was no way we would have got on that first bus. So who knows how long we would have actually stood there in line. The other modes of transportation, one last mode of transportation I want to talk to you about is the boat. That's right, from Wilderness Lodge, there's a boat service that takes you from the dock there all the way to Magic Kingdom. This was awesome. Not only because you had a nice peaceful boat ride all the way to the Magic Kingdom, pretty darn close to the main gate there, but it was open. Like, it was a big boat. And from what I understand, all those boats aren't that big, but this one is. And so we never had to wait more than one boat to get on. So this was really, really nice. I think the longest we waited for a boat, we saw one leaving basically as we were coming back up. So maybe, 10, 15 minutes for them to come back, and then we were on the boat and going back ourselves. So it was really, really nice. Really convenient. There is one more mode of transportation. That's really if you rented a car or if you bring your own car. Because you're staying at Wilderness Lodge, you get the parking included with your stay. So you can always just take your car to one of the parking lots and probably beat the rest of the people there, which is kind of nice. Other than that, that's pretty much it for when it comes to transportation. What do you guys think? What's your favorite mode of transportation? It doesn't have to be from Wilderness Lodge, but generally speaking, when it comes to Disney World, do you prefer staying on a monorail resort? Do you prefer staying at a place that's closer to any particular park, or maybe even one that's near a Skyliner? We would really like to hear from you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. It really does help our channel grow. And if you would like to see more of my family's adventures, head over to YouTube and type in the search bar up there, The Campbell Chronicles. There we discuss all things family, travel, and Disney. So if you value any of those things, this channel is for you, and we would greatly appreciate your subscription there. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you real soon.